Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for requesting this exclusive private tapping session that I'm getting ready to do with Dr. Sarah. And what this is going to be, it's going to be kind of like follow the leader. We're going to go through a round, is what we call it, of tapping, where we, start on that karate chop point that we talked about in the episode, and we work through the other points 3 times, and then we kind of see what happens. Now, as with any good practice where we're trying to figure out if something's changing, we get a rating at the beginning. So just like you might ask your patients when they come in how much something hurts, and do you use that like 0 to 10 scale? This we call it the SUD scale, subjective units of distress, with EFT. So we rate things from 0 to 10, and we write that down before we start. And I encourage any of you that are going to do this with us to do that too, because you can make such a huge shift in such a short period of time that you will discount it when you're done. And you'll be like, oh, I guess it wasn't that bad to begin with, instead of giving yourself credit for what a powerful, amazing human you are and how much energy you just shifted and changed. So we're going to do that. And I know Dr. Sarah said that today was a really busy day for her. And she was kind of feeling that like high functioning anxiety and that desire to be able to get all the things done, perhaps enjoy yourself while you're doing them.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to be present. And I mean, I was mentioning I have some doctor's appointments and I want to go visit my sister, and I don't want to be thinking about what I have to do next. I really want to be present. So I hear everything that the doctor has to say, and I'm open to listening to what they have to say and not feel rushed with my day and just enjoy it.
Where are you afraid that your head might be during those things if it's not in the present moment?
I feel like my head very often is at what my next step is. Okay. So I'm doing A and I'm already thinking about B and not really being present in that A moment, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I've got my to-do list of running around, and I feel like I'm just stuck in what's next as opposed to really taking in what's happening at the moment.
And there's not any like particular preparation work or anything that you need to do for any of these things where you need to be like thinking about it or you need to be doing something?
Not necessarily. I do, at the doctor's, I want to make sure that I'm asking all the right questions and that I'm receiving, because how many times have you just sat there and listened to somebody tell you something and you feel like you're absorbing it, but you're really not? And so that happens to me a lot, especially when I have a lot to do. And that could even be with just having a conversation with my family. They're talking to me, and I'm already thinking about what I've got to do, later this afternoon.
I can totally relate with the ADHD aspect of things. I know that when it comes to doctor's appointments and things, I'm often like, excuse me while I break out my voice recorder, which I will then use transcription services to transcribe, and then I'll read what you wrote. But I get it. So when you think about your desire to be present today and your fear that you're not going to be, how much stress and anxiety are you feeling on that scale of 0 to 10?
I honestly wrote down 8. I feel an 8.
Great. I'm going to write that down for you too. And
it doesn't,
myself too.
Yeah. And it doesn't always have to be bad things. Like, these aren't bad things. It's just, I'm an 8 because I just feel like, oh, I just got to get it all done. And am I going to be on time, and just everything.
I'll throw my own into the hat too. And this will kind of give people an example, because, maybe others that are doing this don't have a doctor's appointment and they're not visiting their sister today or what have you, but they have other things that they're doing. What I want anybody who's doing this to do is to customize what we're saying to what you have going on and what you're feeling, so that it's really specific for you. So if I'm thinking about my day today, my husband just left on travel this morning. It's me and my little guy, who right now, thank goodness it wasn't while we were recording, but he's decided to go into his bedroom, which is right above me, and jump off of the bed. I can pretty much tell, because I sound like there's an elephant coming down through my ceiling every few minutes. But he's having fun, and hopefully the audio is not picking it up too much.
I haven't heard a thing.
Yeah. So it's like, we'll have lunch after this. And then I know I need to get some work done before my other kids get home from school. So I'm a little bit stressed about that whole flow and how that may or may not flow. He's usually in preschool, but that's done. But my other kids have school for the next few weeks. And then solo parenting, I'm kind of like, okay, how am I going to do the dinner flow into the soccer practice and everything? Like, my husband and I are a pretty good team with getting things done, but everything's a little different when he's not here. So like you, I'm feeling that whole, like, I want to be present, enjoy the day. I don't have anything that I need to stress about. My things for tomorrow are pretty well lined up. today's good, and how do I stay present in the moment? So I'm probably at like a 6. Did you hear that thumb?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that's the elephant. 5-year-old having fun. But you know what? Before EFT, I would have been starting to get kind of ticked off right about now. And now I'm just like, whatever. You know what? He's having fun. I'm here with you. Everything's still getting done. People can handle a few thumps. So yes. We're going to start on the side of our hand. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have you repeat after me. And if you guys are listening to this and you've gotten the recording, then just do this along with us. Write down your number first, and we'll kind of look at everything when we're done.
Okay.
Even though I'm feeling a bit anxious about my day. For me. Can you repeat after me?
Oh, wait, sorry.
Even though I'm feeling a bit anxious about my day.
Even though I'm feeling a little bit anxious about my day.
And I'm worried that I'm not going to be present.
And I'm worried that I'm not going to be present.
I want to love, accept, and forgive myself.
I want to love and accept and forgive myself.
Even though it feels like I have a lot going on.
Even though it feels like I have a lot going on.
And I always need to jump to worrying about the next thing.
And I always need to jump to worrying about the next thing.
I honor that feeling.
I honor that feeling.
And accept myself anyway.
And accept myself anyway.
Even though it's really important to me to be present today.
Even though it's really important for me to be present today.
And to be a good listener.
And to be a good listener.
And a good sister.
And a good sister.
I'm a little worried that I'm not going to be.
I'm a little worried that I'm not going to be.
And I love, accept, and forgive myself.
And I love, accept, and forgive myself.
Now we start going through the other points. All of this anxiety. I can really feel it in my chest.
I can really feel it in my chest.
Moving to the eyebrow. And I'm not sure why I'm so stressed out.
I'm not sure why I'm so stressed out.
Side of the eye. Or why I always feel like I need to be at the next place.
Why I always feel like I need to be at the next place.
Under the eye. And I just want to be present.
And I just want to be present.
Under the nose. Logically, I know that's the only place I have any power anyway.
Logically, I know that's the only place I have power anyway.
Under the mouth. And yet I still find my brain going to the next thing.
And yet I still find my brain going to the next thing.
Collarbone. And then I get really hard on myself.
And I get really hard on myself.
Under the arm. Because I feel like I'm wasting my time or the time of others.
Because I feel like I'm wasting my time or the time of others.
And back to the top of the head. I feel like I'm going to miss something important.
I feel like I'm going to miss something important.
Eyebrow. I feel like I'm not going to get the most out of my day.
I feel like I'm not going to get the most out of my day.
Side of the eye. And then I start worrying about that. Under the eye. Just wanting to be present. Under the nose. And be exactly where I am. Under the mouth. Enjoying and soaking up all of the things I'm getting to do. Collarbone. Feeling grateful for all of these opportunities I have today. Under the arm. Maybe even just enjoying the commute from place to place.
Maybe enjoying the commute from place to place.
Top of the head. Allowing these thoughts of what I have to do next to just leave me from right now.
Allowing the thoughts that I have about what I have to do next just to leave me right now.
Eyebrow. I'll know where I need to be.
I know where I'll need to be.
Side of the eye. But right now, I'm just going to enjoy where I am.
Right now, I'm just enjoying where I am.
Under the eye. Not even thinking about the appointments or visiting with my sister or all the other things I need to do.
Not even thinking about my appointments and my visit with my sister and all the other things I need to do.
Under the nose. Right now, I'm just here with myself, learning a new way to take care of myself.
Right now, I'm just here with myself, learning a new way to take care of myself.
Taking some deep breaths and enjoying my morning.
Taking some deep breaths and enjoying my morning.
Collarbone. Recording an awesome podcast and having a conversation.
Recording an awesome podcast and having a conversation.
Under the arm. And just getting present with where I am right now.
And just getting present from where I am right now.
Now we're going to do some side of the finger point. So tapping on the side of your thumb with your forefinger. With love.
With love.
Side of the pointer finger here. Compassion.
Compassion.
Moving to the middle finger. Tolerance.
Tolerance.
And understanding.
And understanding.
Move to the pinky. I now forgive.
I now forgive.
Back of the hand between the ring finger and the pinky. And I call my power back into my body.
And I call my power back into my body.
And back into this present moment.
And back into this present moment.
I am whole, complete, and powerful.
I am whole, complete, and powerful.
Now, Dr. Sarah, I want you to take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel free to stretch or yawn or roll your shoulders or whatever feels good, realizing that you've just moved a lot of energy in your body. You've just unblocked some things and stuff's shifting around. And I know I didn't mention it before, but people want to hydrate optimally before doing EFT, definitely after, because a lot of stuff is changing in your energetic system as we do that.
Yeah.
So now, when you think about today and you think about your worries about being present and the anxiety that you're feeling about this busy, robust day that you have ahead of you, how do you feel on that scale of 0 to 10?
I feel a 4. I feel like it's literally cut in half. And
Awesome.
It was interesting because through the process, I was like, you have to be present in the process too. And it took, I think, a couple rounds before I started to feel that transformation. But I definitely, by the time we got to the hand, I could absolutely tell that it was just, my energy was so different. I feel calm. I do feel present. I know this sounds crazy, but I literally am not even thinking about what I have today. I'm just thinking about being here with you. This works.
Awesome.
It's amazing. Wow.
Awesome. Well, I'm so glad that you were able to try it with me. And I hope this is a blessing to all of the listeners that request it. And I think
Absolutely.
It's really cool that we did a topic that is really pretty general. So, whatever you have going on in your day, for those of you who are listening, just apply this. Just change the words a little bit, change, where you're feeling it or whatever, and make it yours, own it, and see how it works out. And I always encourage people to shoot me an email after you've tried this, Theresa at theresalearlevine.com. Tell me how it went. I love hearing like what your number went to and from and what shifted or changed or what you got conscious of while you were tapping. I geek out on that stuff. So please share it with me. And I'm sure that Dr. Sarah would probably love to hear from you too, if you had an awesome experience with it.
Yes. Yes.
So,
I thank you. Thank you for doing that with me, because I would say that's a daily, and most days, a daily theme. It seems like the days that I'm in the office, that's a whole different type of thought process, but it's the days that I'm not working, interestingly enough, that I find where I should have less anxiety, but I actually have more, because it's like those are the days you're trying to get it all done.
do
So
you struggle with rest not being productive?
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. I
it's
get what you
definitely
mean.
helpful.
Yeah,
Like
on
the
those
idea that, I mean,
rest
we need
days.
rest. We need rest in order to restore and in order to give our best to everything. And yet it's not a thing on our to-do list. So doing it feels like we're somehow like not doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Well, and I appreciate it too. My sister has said in the past, she sometimes feels like when I am visiting her, she's still alone, because she can tell that I'm not fully present. So I'm excited to later to be spending some time with her, and just see how different it can be
Yeah,
today.
absolutely. See if she notices a
I
difference. But
will.
yeah,
I
on those
will.
weekend days or the days when you don't have as much going on and you're not working and you feel that creeping in, like just address it,
Yeah.
even though I really feel some stress creeping in on my day and it is unwelcome. I love,
Yeah.
accept, and forgive myself, and just, where you're feeling it, what you're feeling, and just go through those points, give it a deep breath and rate it at the beginning and the end and see what changes. And then from there, like in the instance of now where you have a 4, what's left for you?
I get it.
what's, what's left for you that makes up that 4? Can you put a
Okay.
finger on it?
That makes it 4 versus a 0.
Yes.
I would just say, I mean, maybe it is less than that, but I think that maybe the only other thing is I'm one of those people who struggles with time. I tend to be late very
Okay.
often. So maybe that 4 is creeping in just because of the fact that, I know I still have it all on my list, and I want to make sure it goes well. But
Yeah.
it's
I struggle
definitely
with the
gotten
being
out.
late too. Interestingly enough, EFT has helped me be more on time.
That would be great. That
It's
would be great.
crazy, but true. Okay, cool. So just being conscious of that, like, because if you were going to do another round for yourself, like when we're done, you would focus on that thing, whatever that
The
thing is that's
time.
left. And
Hmm.
that would be your next thing that you would do a round on until you find yourself at that 0. But sometimes people, I mean, and like you
Excellent.
said, it might be less than a 4. Sometimes as you sit with it for a little bit afterwards, it's kind of
Yeah.
like things are still kind of falling into place and stuff. And it can shift,
Yeah.
it can be anything. So
No, I
awesome.
think
Thank you
I
so much for doing this with me. This was a pleasure. And thank you.
no, thank you. Thank you. I already feel better. So I hope people will take advantage of this opportunity. And I look forward to meeting again.
Yes, me too. Take care.
Take care. Thank you.